Hey guys, I want to do a quick review on a product called the Drivesync system, and it's from Marine Design Corporation. So I thought this is a good opportunity to, while we have everything on stand, kind of highlight the product and make a video about it. So, all right, this is it. This is the test stand for the twin turbine staggered engines going in the race boat. I want to show you what this system does, how it will make your life easier. And really what I saw and I thought, man, this is it for making life easier in a race boat or any boat for that matter. But this is it. It's from Marine Design Corporation. It's called the Drivesync, and cool enough, they made me the turbine edition. So that's the turbine edition. And I've got everything on stand, and we're almost ready to start putting everything in the boat. So I wanted to do this review video of the Drivesync computer and what it actually does before we actually put the drives on the boat. So this is the test stand I have, and we've been doing videos on running these two engines with the test stand. But last time I added my left hand to the test stand, and this is the old panel that went in the boat, and it will be updated with a new panel, but it will be similar in concept to this one. And we've just kind of been throwing some different layouts and ideas with it. Drivesync Race Edition comes with 4 presets and a learn button. So you can set 4 presets on your outdrive position on 4 recall buttons that will instantly move it to that position that you set. And the way I set it was on my left hand, I can easily hold the learn and learn a new position by holding learn and pressing the button. Now, I've already got the trim wired through the MFD displays. This will be similar to the dash, but I have some nice big displays coming for the dash that will eliminate a lot of this real estate. Most everything will stay the same. There'll be an autopilot head here, and the control heads for the MFDs will be here also. So we're just kind of developing this as we go for the race boat. Trim buttons, tab buttons, fuel, power steering, maybe some lights, whatever, who cares. But anyway, when I got this Drivesync computer, I call it a computer, but it's a really cool box. It looks very clean, very professional. It comes with a harness. Yeah, once you buy the product, you'll talk to Mike, who is the owner of Marine Design, and he kind of asked, how long do you want these harnesses? What's the distance from here to A to B? And he will build these harnesses for whatever boat you have. I think he's done big yachts, and I think he does small boats too, but let me show you actually what it does. So, and it's way smarter than you think. So this is, when you get it, you get a whole list of instructions on putting it together. He's got wiring diagrams. He's got error codes, anything you could think of that you would want to know when you're installing something like this. And you don't even have to be that tech savvy to do it. It's always running. You can hook your laptop, my tablet, up to a command line interface. It's USB, and it's going to show you the drive positions and the system, what state it's in at the moment, which is the state is in idle. So now you can do every command that you want to do from the command line, or you can also do it from the buttons on the boat that it was designed to do. So you get some really good features for testing things out and making sure it's working for you. As you can see, I've got a little drive leak there, or it's actually a trim cylinder leak. Doug, I've got a trim cylinder leak on my gimbal there. We'll have to have a chat about that. These are the M8 out drives, super simple stuff. So let's just show you a bit of how it works. So if you, let's go on this side actually. It'd be easier to go over here and show you. So if you want to go up with the out drives, there it did. Now, mine are 24 volt trim pumps that move relatively pretty quick. I've done a little trick in them to make them speed up just a little bit. That could be another video. But the trim buttons themselves, let's say, and this is what I actually used to have this problem before, was the trim pumps didn't operate at the same speed. So when I would go down with the trim pump, one would drag a little bit. And you saw that adjustment after I let it go. That was the Drivesync computer actually trimming it to perfect. So what it actually does is it learns your drives and the position they're in. And now this time I'll start one, and I'll start the other one a fraction of a second after the first one, and then when I let go, you'll watch, it will actually sync them together. So watch this. Boom, perfect. And what's funny is the first time I hooked it up, it wasn't really like, they weren't perfect every time. And the more you move it, the computer is actually learning how to better trim and perfect your drives each time you move them. Isn't that cool? So I don't know what your experience is in a boat, but one thing with me in the throttle position of a race boat is anytime you move your drives, especially let's say you're taking off from a dead stop. Drives are all the way down, rammed in, and the race starts, and we're going. Boat breaks over plane, and I want to start getting ahead of people. So I trim my drives way out. And that didn't move because I actually only moved one at a time on the very last click. So if you move one drive at a time, it will not synchronize the other one, which is nice because in turn scenarios, I actually need to I drag one drive out in a say a left-hand turn. I will pull the right side drive or the left side drive up and get that prop out of the water, and then push with this drive. So then when I'm ready to synchronize them, let's say I'm hitting the straightaway, I need my drives back. All I got to do is go, let's say I want to start nice and low, because let's say I'm just pulling out of the turn at 75, 80 miles an hour, and I want to start digging again. There's somebody right on the tail. It did it for me. All I had to do was hit both buttons together, and it synchronized the drives together. So, way cool feature, very beneficial for anybody that's in a boat that fractions of a second make a difference. And we all know life is all about seconds. So let me show you this. This is the command line interface. It's running in the background all the time. If you did want to, let's say I wanted to make them go both up, or that was down. All I gotta do is hit the 7 or 8 button and that will actuate both. And then you can see right here, it actually tells you, and this is where the learning part of it is. It will tell you target hit 381, target miss. It tells you how much it missed each target by. So it's constantly, each time you do trim the drives up or down, it does learn itself and it gets closer and closer and closer. So if I move one out of the way, all the way up, and let's move the other one up. Okay, so they're kind of out of whack right now. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, let's say I wanna get them both up. Boom, perfect. And now they're sitting actually as close to perfect as you can think of. Very cool product. It starts about 800 and something bucks on Harden. You know, I'm not a big fan of Harden, so you guys can call Marine Design Corporation. I think you can order directly through their site. I would actually, if I had to do it again, I would prefer that. Mike is super helpful. He's been great at trying to make sure that the computer does what I needed to do in the race boat. Obviously, we're putting 2 turbine engines in a V-bottom, and we want the outdrives to act the way they should. Now, I've already got it working on the dash as well. You can see the Ray Marine there, and this is the Garmin. I know a lot of people use Garmin, a lot of people like Simrad, a lot of people like Furuno or whoever, but I'm a Ray Marine person, so I would rather look at my Ray Marine dash and say, go up with 1. Now the right side drive is quite a bit higher than the left, or port and starboard, however you want to put it. So let's say I want to put them together, tapped them, bam, they're perfect. Perfect every time. Watch this. Same thing on the Garmin. Now they'll be off. Perfect. Now, we will also have mechanical trim heads-up display that's mechanical on the dash itself. There's no better way to read trim than mechanical senders. And in this situation where you need to know in a fraction of a second, you've got to use mechanical. These on your MFD won't do the trick. Maybe pleasure boating, fishing, whatever, it might work. But really, the only way I can see to use a trim now is to use Drivesync, because instead of me constantly focusing in front of me on the 2 heads-up displays, trying to get them right every time, because you sit over here with your fingers and are constantly focused on getting your trim right. It can make or break that straightaway, that run, and you have to know where they're at. So if you can run them together, the more perfect they are, the less thing you have to focus on in the boat. Now the race edition also has 4 presets. This is really cool. You can upgrade it to a race edition. Honestly, I can't remember how much it was. Maybe it may have been $500 more, $300 more, something like that. Anyway, but what the race edition does is you can set presets. So let me come back around on this side. The race edition has presets, and this is the learn button, and these are the presets. It's hard to do with my hand over here. So let's go down all the way in. All right, we're stuck all the way in. So then let's trim them out just a little bit. And let's say I want to make my preset at my optimal all-out running position. So I want to find that. Let's just pretend it's right there. So now I'm going to hold learn, and I'm going to hit the preset at the same time. Normally I'd be doing this not upside down. So now my button 1 is now preset to this position right here. So let's go all the way back down and hit the preset. Now it just stopped exactly where I set it a second ago. So you could on the fly constantly add new positions. Let's say you want a turn position. So like I do, I drag a drive. I drag a drive on a, let's say this is a right-hand turn and I want to drag my, let's say this is a left-hand turn and I want to drag my inside propeller. I want to get it out and then I want to push with my starboard side drive. So I want to learn this. So there's my left-hand turn position for an out drive. Now I want to hit the preset back to balls out. There we are. Oh, no, say I didn't like that. Let's start there. I gotta hit. You have to remember to hit both at the same time, otherwise they will not synchronize. Back down. So, and then, okay, balls out again. Got rough. All right, now we're gonna get ready to make a left-handed turn. Boom. And now I'm gonna push this boat around this turn with this right-hand drive or the starboard drive. It's gonna push, 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 and then when I get ready, I can start pulling the other drive down. Boom. Now we can start from the all the way down position, lower than neutral, and then start bringing it back up. And if it's not perfect, it will correct it. It doesn't correct it every time because it's my trim pumps are actually brand new, so they're running pretty close together. That this is a perfect opportunity to showcase what these do or what this computer does for you. Turn. And Race Edition, you actually have 4 presets for this purpose. So you can set right-hand turn, left-hand turn, maybe neutral position, then balls out, however you want to put it. But I would preferably put it at 4 probably straight positions and maybe 1 turn in an offshore race boat. A turn scenario isn't the same every time. Matter of fact, each lap it changes. So this may be something you want to preset all your, when you start straightening out, you can preset your all down position. You can preset all the way down. Then let's say you want to go up a little bit more. And so let's just, for the video, just say, okay, all the way. There we go. Now, it won't learn a preset all the way down. I don't believe it will learn a preset all the way down. Let me check this. So we barely up higher than transom, so let's try that and go back up. It does. We learned it pretty low. So there you go. Anyway, you can play with this. I can see how beneficial this could be to a lot of people in high performance boats, especially twin engine. They even have Trimsync, where if you have quad engines, you can put the different offsets from the left to right, or inside port and outside port, do things like that. So he's got a lot of options. Mike is super smart. He's always been helpful with this device. How cool is the turbine edition? And he's got Race Edition and then regular drive and Trimsync. So that's the Drivesync. If you guys have any questions, I would call Mike at Marine Design. He's happy to be, happy to chat, talk, whatever you want to do to make a system work for you. So there it is. If you like the video, hit like, subscribe, and I will see you as we get closer to putting all this in the boat.